What's going on, guys? This is Type V3. This is my second vlog. I think this is like the second one I did in a year. Oh, so we're like right on for yearly updates. This is just a video to let you guys know what has been going on behind the scenes and what's going on currently, what I have planned for this channel in the future, and all that kind of stuff. But first of all, if you're a subscriber or you just come back to check this channel regularly and haven't subscribed, that's awesome. I think that it's great if you think that my content is good enough that you would like to expect or you would like to see more of it on a regular basis. So really thankful if you guys are a subscriber. Whether you're with me from the start or if you're just a brand new subscriber, thanks again. But yeah, so for a while I was doing a lot of Transformers reviews, and I did I think a Transformers Prime First Edition of Bulkhead and Optimus, and then I kind of just disappeared for 6 months. You know, I stopped putting out content. I stopped really commenting on anything that I had on my channel, or anything for that matter. And honestly, this it's very easy what happened. All I did was, when I set out to make this channel, I did it because I thought it was fun. But eventually, things started to feel like it was a chore, and or a hassle. And when that happened, I figured the only thing I can do from here on out is walk away. So I walked away for 6 months, and came back, and I started filming again because I found it to be fun again. And it's mostly down to me because I try to do everything all at once. I tried to film, edit, and all that. I tried to basically put out a full review all at once, and it was just really frustrating. So now I do everything like piece by piece. You know, like I'll film one day, I'll edit one day. I may even film or edit over a couple other more days. And I've tried to put out more of a weekly release schedule now. If you've noticed, I try to get a video out by every week. Maybe I put out two. Maybe I get a week and a half and then put out two in the meantime. But that's what I'm trying to do. But what you'll also notice is that I don't just do Transformers reviews anymore. And I know that kind of sounds like a disappointment because a lot of you guys who have subscribed probably want Transformers reviews. And to be perfectly honest, I like more than just Transformers, and I wanna show off the items that I have that aren't Transformers that I think are cool and that I think that other people should be exposed to, because I don't know, I guess variety doesn't hurt anybody, so that's really what it is. It's probably going to be more like if I put out a review of a Transformer, the next one won't be a Transformer, and then a Transformer again, and then no Transformer again, so things like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys will stick around and still enjoy what I put out. As for Transformers Prime, though, don't expect any more of those reviews. Here's a story. In that 6 months that I was gone, I bought all the Transformers Prime toys up until maybe like the second wave of RID, Robots in Disguise. And then I sold them all. Why? The show is okay for me. I know a lot of people like it, and if you like it, that's great, but I found the show to be a bit just mediocre. Like, I'm still gonna stick around, but I don't really find it amazing. And the toys, which are impressive in engineering, I kind of find a lot of them boring, so I sold them all. Well, I tried to sell them all. I still have one left, and it is, surprisingly, Megatron. Can you believe, I was able to sell Bumblebee over Megatron, and you know how much I'm selling this guy for? $5. And no one wants to buy him. I was surprised when I sold my first edition Prime for, I don't know, whatever amount of money, and I told the buyer, listen, for $5 more, you can get a Megatron that can go on your shelf right beside him in good scale, and it's a good toy, but no one wants this guy. So I don't know if he's cursed or if everybody in the world already has this one. So I don't know. That's that. But yeah, so that's that. Anyways, recently was TFCon. I don't know if you guys went. I went. It was my first year, and this is my badge, my weekend pass. It was fun. Of course I went because, you know, the place is only like a 40-minute drive away from me, so I went there. And I even volunteered And so if you saw a guy there who looked vaguely familiar to this, wore a yellow shirt, that looked like this, that also said volunteer on the back, chances are it was me. I met a lot of great people there, and had a wonderful time. I met some very prolific Transformer reviewers. I met Pia, where he was running the TF Source booth. He's a cool guy, really cool guy. I met Vangelis, very nice dude. He was wearing a cape all weekend, which was really interesting, and he hosted a lot of different panels. He even had a panel with Pio in which they talked about things like YouTube reviews or pictorial reviews or audio podcasts, a lot of cool stuff. Even cosplay they talked about. So an interesting media panel that they made. And then I also met Pearl Man, who just knows a whole lot about Transformers history, and I found that to be really fascinating. An example, if you haven't seen his review for Gutokuru Minerva, you should watch it, just because at the beginning he gives a little history lesson on the character, and it's when you talk to him and you ask him about anything, he kind of knows that kind of stuff. So really, really interesting stuff. But that, yeah, and then there was Scott McNeil, Neil Ross, Wally Burr. So really cool guests, and they're all very nice. Got their autographs and stuff, of course. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Dinobot or anybody or like a Silverbolt or a Rat Trap for Scott McNeil to sign. I would have loved to get him to have signed a Dinobot, but I lost all my Beast Wars toys as a kid, so boo-hoo for me, right? Also, but speaking of toys, though, things I did pick up, well, first of all, shoutouts to Downshift from the Cybertron.ca boards, because he was totally awesome, and without him, I would never have gotten Vans Project Steel Core, which is a fantastic toy that you all need to buy. I don't care if he's not based off of any sort of other Transformer, if he's not a homage to anything. He's a good toy, and you should not ignore that fact. I mean, he's probably, I think he's the best thing Fans Project has put out to date. So, well, although having seen what is coming up, I mean, they're only going to put out some more great things. Also, I got this. This is the China exclusive Chevy Aveo Swerve. I actually didn't buy this. Someone gifted this to me, and I'm very thankful for them for that. If they didn't have to, I don't know why. I tried to pay them, but they just said no. It's a gift. And so I thought that was really cool and really nice, and I'm really appreciative of that. It's in package because he also told me it doesn't come with a gun, and the toy actually was kind of just mediocre, so whatever. But it's a nice little piece of like Transformers memorabilia to have, and so it's very cool. Really glad that I was given this. And the last thing was the Chogokin Aegis. I'm a big fan of the Persona series, specifically 3 and 4. I hope we see some news of 5 sooner or later. But Aegis is by far my favorite character in the entire series. And to be honest, I love Transformers, but if there's one thing I like just as much as Transformers, it is female robots. Does that sound weird? Probably does. I tell people that, they give me this weird look. My friends give me this weird look too, but that's just the simple truth of it, and I mean, like, perfect combination, right? Love the game, love the character, and she just happens to be a female robot, so awesome stuff there. But that's it for my TFCon haul. I would have gotten more, but unfortunately I was just too late to the dealer's room. I was really hoping to pick up the Make Toys Green Giant, but there's very limited quantities in the dealer room, and they were all gone by the time I got there. And the other thing I wanted to get was the Gutokura Minerva, because hey, female robot type thing, right? And there's just very few were brought to the convention, and unfortunately I was too late to get there. The one thing I almost had a shot at though was the Perfect Effect Motobot RC, the pink edition, and those didn't sell out at all. And there was a guy selling it for a really good price, and I hemmed and hawed, and I eventually said no, and then the convention was over, and I completely regretted that decision. So, my fault, and if someone wants to sell me one, I'll probably buy it. So, yeah, that's just that. But you know what? Toys are great, but honestly, the best part of the convention was all the people. Just really, really great people. Very friendly, very easy to talk to. I went to this convention alone, and I was afraid that I might be a little bit of a loner there, but no, that didn't happen. Like, just a lot of people to hang out with and talk to, and just had a really great time. So if you can go next year, I highly recommend going. It's one of the best. It's a small convention, but it's still very fun. But yeah, that was TFCon. Oh, you know what? I'll also say I went to the Fans Project booth and the third-party panels, and I'll give my thoughts on a couple things. For Fans Project, you know what? You've all seen it by now. They're doing the Stunticons. Great. I got to mess around with those prototypes. They were at the table. Awesome. In terms of size, they're a little bit smaller than these guys, but they're bigger than the Explorer and Munitioner, their Bruticus set add-ons. They're a little bit bigger than that, so they're a good size, and I'm sure that the final combined piece will look great. The newest Warbot looks amazing. I believe it's called the Assaulter, Warbot Assaulter. It's if this is a Voyager class, Assaulter is like an Ultra class. Has like 4 modes, turns into this huge jet. They had 2 prototypes there. Looked fantastic. I can't wait for that one. That one looks great. And then the other third-party thing that really excited me was Fans Project's doing a Minerva, which is really interesting. And Masterminds Creations. Now, I'm a fan of steampunk and steampunk design, but for some reason their Night Morpher and the Shockwave that they did, the Cyclops, they just really didn't appeal to me as much as I thought they would. However, they're doing the Seekers, and my goodness, these things, I got to see them up close, and they look amazing. They just look, I really want one. Specifically, the Skywarp. Like, it's this black and purple steampunkish jet thing. It looks great. When pre-orders go up for that thing, I'm definitely gonna put one down real fast. I just hope it doesn't make me feel like if I get one, I have to get all 3. I really only want to get one, but knowing the way I am, I'm going to have to get all 3. So, not looking forward to paying for them, but looking forward to playing with them. But yeah, so that's TFCon. TFCon, a blast. I mean, like I said, if you can make it there, go for it. You're going to have a wonderful experience. Now, going forward with my channel, like I said before, I'm sort of branching out and sort of doing different things, and I'm going to show you guys some upcoming things. So now you've already seen that I have the Steel Core, so expect that review to go up eventually, as well as these Insecticons. They will go up eventually as well. As for other Transformers, because I'm not collecting Transformers Prime toy line anymore, I'm just going to do the Generations reviews. I don't have them as of yet because here in Canada they have not been released. And I don't think I'm going to pay $20 for them. I mean, that's really expensive. Especially when they're going to be like $8 in a couple months from here on out. So, yeah. Expect more non-Transformers. One of the things I'm really excited to get a look at is Figma Samus Aran. Like I said, female robot. I know she's not a robot, but female in a cool robotic suit is the next best thing. So, excited to crack this one open. I mean, I just got this one in the mail. It's still sealed, and after I'm done filming this, I'm definitely going to open it up. Another thing I got as well today was, as you guys know, if you've stuck around my channel long, you know I love Zone of the Enders, and you know I love Jehuti and Anubis. But if you watch the original Jehuti review, you'll know that there's one thing I've always wanted them to make, and if you know what I'm talking about, it's the Vector Cannon. You know where this is going. That came in today as well, and it is a big box. It is a really big box. It is huge, and I don't know when I'm ever going to get to review this thing, just because it seems really complex. Eventually, because I've been checking on YouTube, and there really doesn't seem to be anybody who's done one yet. So at the time of this recording, but honestly, I don't care about being first. It's just that thing looks really complicated, so I don't know if I want to go through that. Also, more Revoltex. You've seen this guy. I put him in a couple of my other reviews. Just as other figure, Gurren Lagann. I've always wanted to review this guy because Gurren Lagann, my favorite anime. Just an amazing show, so I love it. But I felt like if I were to review this, I should have him with the backpack because, I don't know, just to give a complete review. And for those who know about this figure, getting the backpack is a bit of a hassle. You have to get 2 other more expensive figures that come with the backpack separately, and that's a real hassle. But thankfully, Revoltech released the full version right here, so expect this coming out soon too. I don't know what order they're all going to go in. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. well, actually, that's a lie. The next review that is coming up is Shigoken Aegis, followed by the Fans Project stuff. So there you go. That's what's happening. That's what's coming up. If you check out the background here, Fall of Cybertron. This game is like 3 weeks away, and I have been playing this demo nonstop for the past couple of hours. So much fun. You know, there's a lot of changes from the first game, but I'm okay. I really like what they've done with the Scientist. You know, the first game was okay, but now it's a really good class. And I also love the Infiltrator still, my favorite class. But yeah, if you want to play with me, my username, is that what that thing's called? Or yeah, my PSN account is type-v3. Only it's the numerical number 3, not typed out the way it is on YouTube. So if you want to play Fall of Cybertron with me when the game comes out, feel free to add me. Just make sure you message that where you're from, or like you got this message from YouTube or something, just so I know who you are, and we'll definitely play. But I think I've wasted enough of your time. Sorry you're not going to get that 15 minutes of your life back. And again, thank you if you're a subscriber, if you're just someone who continuously checks back on this channel. Hopefully you like where I'm going to go with this. Hopefully you like the content I'm going to be putting out, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. Until next year then, bye.